We use only 10% of our potency of mind. Initially, we see that icebergs that are floating in water or ocean. How much they are on the surface? Just 10%. And 90% of that iceberg in underwater, which is not visible. So same way, whatever activities that we do, these are only a 10% by our conscious mind. And 90% of our activities are done by the subconscious. And that subconscious mind, it works for 24 hours. And conscious mind only works when we are in awake stage. So who is more powerful? And whatever thing they are coming to us, they come because of subconscious mind. And that's why Lord says in Bhagavad Gita that Ananyas Chintayanto Ma. Anya, without any deviation, if someone remembers me, that remembrance happens in subconscious level. How it works? Like a driving. When you are learning the driving, the conscious mind is getting trained directly. It is involved. But as you get properly trained, when your subconscious mind is involved in that, then that time, while driving, you may talk to someone, you may look in this and that mirror, huh? You may make a phone call also. But all other bodily parts, they are working in their section. Whenever there is a signal or notice board about the speed and everything, speed limit signs are there, symbols are there. When you see them, immediately your body and other parts, they start working, the accelerator, the brake and everything that works. It's because of subconscious mind is active in that particular activity. Sometimes people they ask, how is it possible to do this Ma Manusmara Yajna? That's what Lord expects from us, that we should be remembering their Lordship while performing activities. Huh? That can be done by training your subconscious mind. When we engage our subconscious mind in chanting, then you may do anything physically by your body, but your subconscious mind is absorbed in that. It goes like a auto mode. Huh? And when that subconscious minds get trained up, when you concentrate and you are clear about your goal. If goal is clear, then it's very easy to involve your subconscious mind. That's what Prahlad Maharaj has done. He is known for that. Prahlad Smarane. You can know Prahlad for his remembrance of their Lordship. He has perfected his life for the remembrance of their Lordship. And that is explained in this verse. If this person, why he was able to remember their Lordship each and every moment? Because Prahlad Maharaj would constantly meditate on the Lord and retreat his activities because he was able to see their Lordship everywhere. Ito Narsimha, Parato Narsimha, Yato Yato Yami, Tato Narsimha. That's what we sing. But really, do we mean it? When we start instructing our subconscious mind in that way, Ito Narsimha, Parato Narsimha, Ito Narsimha. Then you will realize that Lord is present. You will become really conscious of that. And that's what expected from the person who really wants to please their Lordship. If you want to please their Lordship, then you should not you should be Ananya Drisha. You should not see anything else other than their Lordship. Then it's fine. So let's try to work on this because this is what going to give us our proper destination. This is what take us to God conscious, Krishna conscious. Otherwise, our hello, our year gelo. That's what Mahaprabhu said. Narottam Das Thakur said that he will come, take birth, and will go like that. Janmana sarthak na hoiga. This life, the goal of life will not get achieved. That's why, to remind us, Lord has incarnated in the form of Srimad Bhagavatam, where we can read, hear, and constantly remember the wonderful qualities of their Lordship. Right. So, any comment, any question, any input on this matter? What was that last? Everyone? See, because if you are in a temple, all activities center around the Lord only. So, knowingly, unknowingly, you are serving the Lord. Sarthaka. That is called as has some meaning for it. When you do any activity here, we are doing it for whom? It is directed toward the Lord because it's for His pleasure, not for anyone else's pleasure. Oh, no, no, no. Now, President will come and I have to do it. If you have that intention, that's wrong. But if you are doing it, anyhow, this is Lord's temple and I have to clean it. If that thing comes, if that is the motivation, then you are in proper conscience. But still, if you do in other way also, you are doing it for the Lord. So, as yesterday we discussed that whether with birds with the same feather flocks together. If you have that, that's the law of attraction. If you have desire to serve Lord, automatically the whole universe will make arrangement for you because this world is meant for to facilitate you to serve Lord. So if you have desire to do that, then automatically this material nature arranges everything for that. Depend upon the intensity of your desire. And in temple, generally it happens that maybe all of you must have some realization for that. You are thinking about some service and you are intensely thinking about, and somebody comes along with that and he helps you for that so that you can render that service to the Lord. Does that happen? Huh? All of you must have one incident in your tenure of. temple services. That, oh, I was thinking like this, and it happened that somebody came and he helped it out to render this service, which was not possible. Hmm? That's why we are so lucky that we are in this environment. Yesterday, we were hearing the same topic from Radha Gopinath Rao. He was explaining that Prahlad Maharaj is so conscious of everything that he was remembering their lordship in such a way. He never prayed their lordship to make me free from the sufferings of this world, but he kept remembering their lordship. So Lord provided everything for it, whatever needed, so that he can remember their lordship. And there he was explaining that once Sachinandan Maharaj was giving lecture, and he explained that really, how long do we live? In the gathering, he called up the most oldest person. He asked, is there any elderly person in this congregation? Then one person just raised his hand and he stood up. I'm 85 years old. He looked in the crowd and he said, is there any youngest person in this crowd? And he saw that. There is one 4 years old boy. He got them. He called them near the stage. And he brought one string of 20 feet. And one shore he gave in that old person's hand, and others he gave in the youngest. And he asked them to stand now. Then he said, this young boy represents the boy who had just born. And this oldest person, he represents the death. And the distance between them is life. How many hours generally do you sleep? 8 hours. Okay? So if you consider 24 hours a day, then 8 hours means one third. So one third of your life is gone in sleeping. Then he asked one devotee, get up and just cut down the one third part of this string. So they cut it down. So that small boy came near to old person. Then he asked, how much time that do you spend for refreshment, taking bath, huh, dressing up yourself? In a day, how many hours we spend? Approximately 2 hours goes for that. It includes everything. Taking bath, dressing up yourself, putting your shoes, tie, coat, everything. Huh? Sometimes for ladies it takes more if they go in front of the mirror more than 2 hours, 3 hours a day they go. So among the 24 hours, minus that two, in same proportion, he cut down that string. So that person came again further. Then almost a 25 years of life. Suppose you live for 100. So 25 years of your life you spend it in studies. So in that proportion again he cut down that row. After considering all our engagements and time, then literally they came in front of each other just like a 2 inches. So that much time really you live for yourself. Can you imagine? How much really we live for ourselves? Then why not live that life happily? Rather than always remaining morose and hanged up or hangover. Huh? Be happy. And how to be happy? If you remember their lordship. Otherwise, you Once there was a great gathering of all the great saints like Vasishtha and all Saptarshis, everywhere they were together. And they were thinking whose life is perfect, whose life is a sarthaka, has a really, who has lived a meaningful life. At the same time, Markandeya Rishi was walking from there. So everybody got up immediately. They offered pranams to Markandeya Rishi because Markandeya Rishi was the oldest Rishi. He lived for 7 days of Brahma, and one kalpa is 1,000 yugas. No, 2,000 yugas actually. One kalpa means one full day of Brahma, 20, 12 hours of night, 10 hours of day. So he lived for that long. As soon as they saw him, they got up the offer. And without asking, Vasishta Muni, who was heading all this great sense, he was having a question that we will ask it to Markandeya Rishi because he must have seen a person who has really fulfilled the purpose of his life. Who is that? And then, that time, Parashar Rishi, the son of Vasishta Muni, was sitting on his lap and he was just 7 years old. So, Markandeya Rishi, he just came and offered pranams to Parashara Rishi. Read one was surprised. He said, "What is this? We offered respect to this great personality, and this great person is offering respect to whom? Parashara, just 7 years old." Then, knowing their intention, because that's the capacity of a great seers or thinkers, that without asking them, they can know what's going on in your heart and they will answer the question. That's it. And he said, I may be elder by age, but how meaningful years of my life I have used in Krishna consciousness or in God consciousness or in worshipping the Lordship or associating with the devotees, that is really meaningful. As compared to my life, whatever Parashara has his life, he was so fortunate that at the age of 7, he got the assembly of such a great saint, which took me 7 kalpas. So his life is more perfect than mine. He is a sartak. He is a person whose life is sartak. So age never matters. What matters? The quality of time that you have used in Lord's service. That helps. The temple gives us that facility. See, earning money is not a big deal. You can earn. If it is in your karma and destination, you're going to get that money. You're going to get it anywhere. But getting a chance to serve their Lordship, getting a facility to render your services to the Lord, and keeping your consciousness in Lord's service will help you a lot. That will be giving you really meaning to your life. Right? Does that make sense? It was nice actually. If you keep hearing about, then it gives you a lot of. I'm only. आठवलं? अरे